some things you just can't stop. And drugs are like that too.
3, 2, 1.
Oh! Hey, it's like old times.
It's like the same as it was.
Welcome to the.
Yeah.
You hear about the fentanyl candy?
Smoking weed.
My asshole's just loosened up and I'm in the club.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, popper.
what's a popper? I'm not.
Hey, welcome to season
not a drug guy.
2.
Oh,
Electric Boogaloo.
This was the season where we get heavy into big drugs.
this is the season where we kill one person. This is a murder mystery season.
That'd be kind of cool.
That actually could be the season. We could get really into drugs. Me and you.
You already did that
specifically,
season
me and
1.
You, Slime. Nope, wasn't the
I
drug
want to
guy.
get fucking. I want to go to hell on Earth,
and then
but in
one
my
of us-
mind, isn't that fun sounding?
Speaking of doing drugs to cope again, I got a DM yesterday at 1 p.m. from Aimen that says, "I'm on acid. I'll explain later."
What?
Whoa, 1 p.m.
On a Sunday?
1 p.m. on
Lord's
God's
Day?
day, he says, "I'm on acid." He goes, "Nick, I'm on acid. I'll explain later," and never talked about it to me again.
There's an explanation, okay?
Where were you? I would hope so,
Dude,
young man.
Okay, one, it lasts a long time.
Yeah.
It lasts a long time. I have never done it before. I did
Really?
I
Dude,
did it.
I did it in high school and almost jumped in a fire pit. Dude, straight up 3 of my friends, it was my birthday and my friend had a fire pit and what my other friend dude asked me was like, we should jump in the fire pit. And there was like 20 of us.
Go swimming in fire
The
world.
other people literally put the fire out. And so we would not jump in the fire
Yeah,
pit.
what a bunch of bummers.
But there, we walked to like the mountains and there were these bushes and we both just jump and fall back into the bushes and we're just laying there and we've fucked up the bushes real bad in someone's front house and our friends are just trying to get us to fucking leave, but we will not leave because we would just want to stare at the stars.
Right. It's because of the acid in your mind.
Yeah.
So why you want to ask
So
it at
did
1
you do
p.m.?
that?
I didn't jump in a bush.
Okay.
And I didn't want to jump in fire.
Okay.
I went to I was with a group of people. I went to a park and it's kicking in. I don't think there's a good way to describe all of it, but I am tripping very hard.
It's the middle of the day.
It is like it's the middle of the day. And
I
it
hate
is-
his little cosmonaut friends, bro.
I know,
I'm
what the
fucking
fuck
tired
is
of
this?
Shit. Your little fucking
Aiden's
stupid
gonna
ass
come home
fucking-
with like a white girl with dreadlocks one day. It's like she's a rapper.
Earlier, Aiden took a bite of Ludwig's taco, and then he had sauce all over his beautiful mouth.
Yeah.
And then Ludwig was like, "Let me clean your mouth for you now." And he did. And he like rubbed his face, and then he was like, "Why?" And Aiden was like, didn't open his mouth and let him in. And I thought that was
Ludwig
kind
was trying to push his napkin-covered
trying
finger into my
no,
mouth.
I was trying to
between my
clean
lips.
the sauce.
But why didn't you let him in?
Why don't you ever let me in?
This is a
Let
lot.
me in, let me in more.
This coming from you? From you.
Let me in more, man. Open up.
Race fan.
Our interpersonal emotion.
It's not a bad experience, but I'm going through it.
Yeah.
Eventually I realized that I have to go to the bathroom and I'm in the middle of everything and I'm walking by people in the park to get to the bathroom. That's hard to deal with.
And they're just all
being
pyramids.
just being around human beings.
They're all talking in Simlish to him.
And I go pee and I'm having the typical drug user's thoughts of going pee, which is like, oh man, can I do this? Like, I'm going pee. Have I done this too long? Is this a normal amount of time to pee? Is it going to be over yet? But meanwhile, you're just peeing normal the whole time.
Yeah.
And then I leave the bathroom and I have to wait for somebody to come out, the person I came with. And I check my phone for the first time that day and I open Discord just habitually. And I see your message in the Discord group about Yingling coming on.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
in my head, I'm like, I have to reply to this because
I did tag you.
I
I need an
have
answer.
to answer this text. I do not want to answer it because it is taking all of my brain power to focus on my screen.
He replied pretty normally, I checked.
Yeah.
And I wrote this down later, but it was literally the hardest thing in the world to type to get out 11 Yingling good in the group chat.
Yeah, you did put that.
It was just
I had no idea.
It was unfathomably difficult to type that
If I was
message.
your mom, I'd be like, "Oh, okay, thanks,
What was
sweetheart."
difficult about it?
Because every time everything's fucking moving, for one.
The words on the screen do move.
But every thought you have is turning into like this like trail of thoughts that is like taking you away from the task at hand. So it's like I'm like halfway through typing Yingling, like I'm getting to Ying, and I'm thinking about other shit already. And you have to like pull yourself back again and again to like type a message, and it's really difficult to type this. And in the moment, I was like, I don't want Anthony to know I'm on acid. So I'll message Nick. I'll message Nick.
What, like I'm gonna scold you?
And
I wouldn't make fun of you.
I messaged
yeah,
Nick,
you're right.
and I managed to type just Nick, and I send it, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh no, what have I done? Because I cannot type more. Like, but I've just messaged him Nick, and I'm like, I'm at war internally. I'm like, I've left him hanging. But we have to like walk back over there, and everything's just fucking moving, man.
Yeah.
And I finally we're walking back like through the park. I'm dealing with people again. It's just like there's like people around. You just don't want to be around people, really. And I'm figuring out, I'm like, what can I tell Nick right now that like synthesizes my thoughts? And I'm like I'm like at war with my fingers to try to get something out. And all I can think of is like, explain tomorrow. And then that's what I managed to type out. And I'm like, this solves the problem. And then I put my phone away and ignored it for the rest of the day.
Wow. And then what else did you do all day? Did you watch Akira 4 times?
I stayed at the park for like probably like 7.
Did you count
like
the
7
air
hours
in the sky?
It's kind of like a little bit. There were the cool things were like I listened to a lot of music, and I didn't know that like stuff you listen to, you get really lost in it, and like the music will like affect what you see visually, which I thought was really interesting.
Sweetheart, are you bored? Do we not give you enough?
Yeah,
You know, honey, like we give you. I think we give you a lot.
You have an Xbox and a PlayStation.
You have an
Your
Xbox?
friends at school don't have that.
You know, you get good grades. You play sports. You never go hungry. And I feel like what is it that
You guys don't create random words that move on my screen when I look at my phone.
yeah.
They have faces.
I'm just wondering what is what outlet are you looking for?
What am I supposed to do? Fucking come to
Sweetheart.
your house and we hit it Mish for the fucking 100th time, and I'm supposed to be sold on that? I'm exploring myself.
Well, as your mother, I would love if you came in and hit it Mish every once in a while. You know, I never see you anymore.
Mother's Day once a year isn't enough.
CBS Wednesday.
We saw a great movie together last night. We bonded
did.
over that.
What, you saw a movie
You guys
last
saw-
night?
We guys went and saw a movie?
Yeah, we went to Avatar at like 10:15 p.m. And it is a 3.5 hour movie.
It's fucking long.
Was it just you guys?
No, we with the off-brand guys had a plan to go, and originally it was to just take edibles.
Call them what they are. The chuckle fucks.
I refuse.
That's what they are.
Can I rephrase it then?
Yeah.
My best friends and I
Yep.
watched Avatar: The Way of
He means
Water,
it.
and the plan was to get high on edibles and watch it. And then we thought, well, what if we escalate and take mushrooms?
No.
Well, that was the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But much like me and Kaylin, you couldn't find it that late.
Well, no, because we have Zipper, who's like Mary Poppins, but instead of medicine, it's just like an endless bag of drugs.
We were joking
No, that's
about,
what Mary Poppins was doing.
we were
what's
joking
in the
about
movie.
Aiden taking psilocybin and seeing Avatar, and he's like, why weren't they blue? They're all skin color.
Being so high during Avatar and just like, why is the movie only humans?
I could have pissed myself and no one would have known. And I did. At Indiana Jones.
And came my kids again.
I had the whole 9 yards in there.
8 hours at Disney in the sun. It was gross.
And you'll never believe the order.
All right, go on.
All right.
Relief.
I'm wondering what is in the Aiden's mind as someone who is locked out of the prospect of doing drugs recreationally.
Sure.
What makes you think Sunday is the day? oh, the day of Almighty Christ, but sure, also just a weekend. Today's the day I'll do acid with my cosmonaut friends.
I scheduled it. I planned this like two months ago.
What the fuck? You planned to do acid 2 months in advance?
Yeah.
Like a fucking calendar event?
Yeah. You know who was
Dude, when I
supposed to
checked
come?
the calendar, I got Sunday acid day?
You know who was supposed to come? Shake.
You know what we
he
did
flaked?
instead? We benched.
Yeah.
We got fucking
he said,
swole.
he
That's
said he
fucking
didn't get
real.
enough sleep. Which is good. I think it's one of those things where if you're feeling off or anxious or you're in a bad place in life, like it's probably not a good thing to do. And he just had a bad night of sleep and he didn't want to do it anymore.
Shake would be like defeating like duck-sized slimes, like little ghosts just coming at him. He'd be like, that would be his whole trip for 7 hours.
It was,
and he'd lose.
I was sad. I wanted him to be there, but that's if he wasn't feeling it.
Why did you plan this out 2 months in advance?
Because a friend asked, like, "Hey, do you guys want to do it together?"
So if Hitler asked you to jump
What's
off
a
a
good
bridge
week?
and start the Third Reich, would you do that, young man?
If he had
If he was
acid-
nice enough to you and he had the
if he's
hookup
off,
and
Yeah,
you
and he
had
was
to connect,
polite, and he
you
tested,
met him at Porter?
and he tested it beforehand, and he
tested
asked
it
if my mental
beforehand?
health is in a good place or if I have a family history of schizophrenia, and I said no. Yeah, then I would do it with Hitler.
I think there's nothing in life that someone could ask me, like, so before you do this, do you have a family history of schizophrenia? And I would just do it still.
Yeah, that is insane.
I did a lot of reading.
If you don't want to die, call toll free.
This made me go back to the Tom Scott video, which I'm surprised is still working.
And depressing.
What is it? I don't know what this
He
is.
basically has a video that says this video has, and it's the amount of views it has, and it's correct, and it's impressively correct. Like every time you refresh it, it's like usually 1-to-1, and it's basically about how this code that he put in to do this will break, like the mountain that he's standing in front of will fall down, like the entire Earth will go away.
So it's a meditation on like the philosophy of like death and entropy?
Yeah, it's basically about entropy, but why you should still create things even though entropy exists.
Yeah.
Really?
Tom
It's
Scott's-
not just like a cute, like, hey, I made a little script.
That's what mine is?
No.
His is
You
like,
should have done that.
no, I'm
He's like,
good.
all things will live and die and not really significantly matter ever.
Do you
And
watch?
most people who watch my videos are not subscribed.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
what I'm doing.
Can you start doing that? Can you
For
start
TikTok time?
in your videos? So yeah, for TikTok time, start slipping in like dreadful existential ruminations for like a
like
minute.
7 seconds of like all the lights off and your eyes like painted black and you're staring into the camera.
I'm going to answer this for you guys. No.
Why's that?
Yeah. Can you explain why you won't do that?
You know, just because one, that's not how I think.
Oh, not
I feel like
That's
you
true.
don't. I feel like you don't want to think outside the box.
That's right. You don't think it's out the bun. And Dr. K was right. You are broken.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear about when I got mushrooms?
When
Yes.
you got
When you
mushrooms?
got them?
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes,
Yes,
Ludwig.
All right.
By 1937, widespread use of marijuana had become a considerable problem in the United States.
I don't like promoting weed on stream because growing up, I hated stoners because they would always tout the medical facts and it's not addictive, yada, yada. But I feel like they were always lazy motherfuckers. And I feel like all they ever wanted to do was smoke weed. And if it wasn't that, it was lame. So I hate that. But
But now I find the benefits of it, so I think it's cool.
admittedly,
What if Ludwig? It just cuts to him and he's wearing like a Rasta hat
He's
with
like, well,
dreads.
but then I heard the song "I Love College" and it kind of
Nick, you can
reframes the way
explain
I
this-
look at this.
you can explain this better than me.
Oh my god.
Describe Ludwig after, because I hate, I still don't smoke.
Ludwig after.
I'm
oh,
against
man.
smoking weed.
Ludwig pops a little cookie with some THC in it, and he comes over.
He's tugging my shirt like
It
a
is
child.
crazy.
You want ice cream?
He does this cute. I think I told you guys he does that cute thing every time he's high. He's like, "Love you, Aimen."
Yeah. So this has been well
Why do you only
documented.
love me when
I'm
you're high?
generally a treat while high.
You pick it up and it's hard to drop. And drugs are like that too.
I did acid in the day, but I was also in school, and I remember I hit algebra, and they're like, we're doing word problems, and suddenly the question is like this acid solution, and the whole question is just about acid solution. I was like, it's time to go home. So I ask for the bathroom pass and I walk home and I just lay in bed and listen to music.
You were on acid at school?
Yeah, I thought it would be tight. I thought it would make school way more cool, and then I realized I'm gonna have a bad trip and someone's gonna take me to jail.
After yesterday, that would be horrifying.
I wish you would have went to jail. I wish you would have gotten arrested on acid for showing your little dick to people at the park.
If Aiden called me and said I'm in jail, it might be the best day of my life. I would laugh so hard. It's like, oh, you got Valorant in there? You bored?
Please.
Oh my god, he can't put his headphones in.
You can't get a little coffee somewhere?
Oh no! Oh, there's no Gucci blanket. They give you a normal
Come on.
Now he's just rich.
Excuse me, rattling his cup on the bars. Excuse me, guard. Do you have Givenchy for me? We give you everything. And you're out here doing acid in the park. Young man.
We do give you everything, young man.
Had a nice day.
Only intended for a playing card.
We ate pseudostroming, which is what I was trying to get you guys to eat.
No, you ate that shit?
This is the herring, right?
Yeah. I ate it.
Was it for a meme?
Wait, fermented or just herring?
It was the fermented, yeah. So it's basically fermented herring. What they do, it's a Swedish dish. It's like 500 years old, and it's what they would use when they go on long sailing voyages because it preserves really well. And it's just really incredibly salty fish.
Is that why he said that his house like smelled bad?
Yes.
Okay.
The fermentation process is terrible, and Miskiff had to eat it because he lost a bet to me, and we opened it up at Hassan's. He had no clue what this was. He actually hates fish and seafood in general. And
Hassan does?
Yeah. So I convinced him to open this and also eat it. And it doesn't actually taste as bad as it smells. It smells wretched.
He likes you, bro. He likes you for doing that.
He does, and his house smells fucking terrible now. But while I was there, he was talking about how he has these mushroom chocolate bars, with psilocybin, the active ingredient in mushrooms. And he was like talking about taking them. I was a DD all day. I was driving Cutie home, so I was like, I'm all set. But
imagine if you were like a little bit.
I mean, it's like only a few miles. No,
bro, Mario uses them when he drives. He's fucking chilling.
Yeah, he goes fast.
Well, let me tell you, that's coming. So Mario's coming in this story, dude.
Wait, that. Super Mario?
Yes.
Okay.
So I just keep this locked in my mind, but it reminds me that I haven't had an edible in like a month plus. It's been a while. I just don't have any, and I was like, oh, I should go purchase some. And this last night when me and Cutie are getting dinner, I'm like, hey, let's stop by this place. And it's called like Secret Alley Edibles or something like that. Secret Alley Weed.
Just rock bottom from SpongeBob again.
Right? The we won't kill you smokery.
Yeah.
Why would they call it that?
Well, we walk around this plaza that I've never, like, there's a bunch of plazas, like little pockets that'll be like Asian or Hispanic in LA. It's all over. And this is like an Asian plaza I've never been to. It's really cute. But there were signs all around the building that were saying, it was like all in Chinese. And then underneath the translation was purse snatchers here, beware.
Whoa.
I know.
That's hype.
It was not, but we were walking around for like 10 minutes, couldn't find the place. I end up calling and she guides me, and it literally was a secret alleyway where you have to go down. It's an unmarked wall. I don't know if this is because what they're doing is illegal.
That's what I was thinking. Are there no normal weed stores in California?
There's like a sign that says like no road runners.
Dude.
Yeah, she like, you're on the phone. She's like, okay, yeah, look at the ground. And she opens a hatch from the pavement.
The first door's a painting.
Again, in Seattle, shit is like a genius bar, dude. It's the opposite.
It's not like that here. I think it's because, look, and this is what I kind of pieced together. It's an unmarked building. There's a buzzer. You go in. There's a first entryway with like a security guard. He checks my ID and he says like this. He's like, all right, here for your medical weed. I'm like, sure. Yeah. I love my medical weed. And then a second door that I go through, and then I'm in, and it's the lady, and she's like, so glad you found it. People struggle. And I'm
so glad you recited the correct incantation to appear here.
And she goes through, she's like, okay, we have ice cream weed, we have these big fat doobie doobs, and goes through the whole list. And I'm like, just the edible, please, ma'am. Leads me to it. Right next to it, the same chocolate bar Hassan had of mushrooms.
So this is illegal, right?
Yeah, it is not yet legal, to my understanding, to purchase mushrooms.
Which makes whatever Ludwig's saying parody.
I'm allegedly talking about this.
You've named the business.
No.
I'm allegedly naming the business.
No, it's Purse Snatchers Incorporated.
It was Acme Weed.
And the bar has Mario riding Yoshi, but Yoshi looks fucked up. And then it says 1-up bar because it's mushrooms.
So this, so
That's like if you could buy chocolate at like Hot Topic.
he likes it. I was gonna say this has been a Hot Topic shirt for like 100 years.
What drug would be chill if he did? That's a pill, or like something.
Adderall, fucking please.
Cocaine, baby.
Give him some Adderall.
I've never done coke. Coke actually scares me.
I just want my
do
boy to
coke
do
these
two
days,
things at
it'll kill
once.
you.
What? It will?
Well, you want him to? Yeah, you
I just
want
want him to be able to
focus?
do two things at once. That's all I want.
Imagine
I do need to try that.
what you described of just having a thought trail as you're doing something. That's just how ADHD feels.
Yes, it is what it feels. It was my ADHD enhanced.
He doesn't have
except it turned into fucking.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I'm gatekeeping.
Can't do two things at once.
It turned into fucking.
I'm gatekeeping,
You sure?
and I'm a doctor.
That's
Bro, you're gatekeeping nothing.
I'm gatekeeping ADHD.
Oh, no,
baby.
you're not.
Yeah, because he doesn't have it.
He has it worse than you.
You don't even have it.
I don't, but he has it worse. You can talk to me and use your phone.
But I didn't take them. I don't think you did either.
no.
Well, who did? Do you want to explore?
did
I
anybody?
won't narc. I won't narc.
Probably Zipper. Dude, you came in today and you saw Zipper and you said, "Hey, you." And I was like, "Are you trying to fuck Zipper right now?" That is such a flirty thing to say.
Why can't I drop a hey you?
Hey, you. It's
I mean,
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, oh.
yeah.
Oh my God.
There's tension.
Oh my
here.
God, he wants to kiss him.
How do I greet you? Do you want to hey you
You say,
sometime?
you actually, your face falls. When you see me, your face falls into like this weird neutral state. And you go, "Hey, slime under." And then you come up and hug me sometimes.
Okay. I thought
And-
about hugging today, but I didn't because I liked your shirt, so I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, and you couldn't name who was on it, which was funny. but-
LD in.
Yeah,
Jake Paul.
Is that fatality?
Shields.
That's actually Ken Chen and Dr. Allen before they broke up.
Is that fatality?
They worked on Quake together, so that was cool.
I don't know. Who is it actually?
It's David Lynch and Trent Reznor.
Oh, they made the
never
music for the
I
social
thought that
network.
actually was the Quake logo.
He's,
All right, yeah.
he's kind of close.
Yeah, I count that answer. That's partial
well
credit.
done.
Come on, baby. We get there. Anyway, I didn't take the mushrooms because there was also edibles there, and I overzealously took two of them. Two edibles, and they were potent. Did you even take those?
No.
You're just a sober Samuel.
I was a sober Samuel.
So how was your experience watching Avatar?
Long.
Yeah. But okay, we sat in these seats and they're 4D. They move.
The seats are 4D.
They will like
Not the
it's
movie.
a 4D experience, the movie.
That's
And
just,
so-
the fourth D is time.
yeah,
Which
but
is default.
in movies,
You're already experiencing
in
that
movies
dimension.
and branding, movies are 2D, 3D is the glasses, and then 4D is when it
4D
physically
is when
interacts with
chair
you.
move, or that one
Oh.
Spy Kids movie where you could scratch and sniff.
Or they
And like
blast
the
water.
girl avatar comes and then a pillow comes out to block your boner. So no one sees your boner during the movie.
But you
Yeah.
can still have the
But you can
boner.
still have a
it's-
boner
you're alright to
because
have a
you saw
boner,
the
you
alien
can't-
girl.
But everybody is covered so that you can't tell who has.
who has
and,
a
and it
boner.
plays the sounds of
Could be
everyone beating off, so you're not sure who's doing it.
That's smart. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
every seat.
It's like a Japanese
not
toilet.
Annoying. It's not annoying.
That's what Einstein said when he was writing all those theories. He was like, 4D is when chair move.
Yeah, that was one of the theories.
Now, an important part of that concept can be expressed in a simple equation. E equals mc squared.
This is my devil of choice. I don't like drinking. I think the calories are bad. I'm trying to lose weight. So I don't drink a beer after. I'll take an edible a couple times a week, few times a week, whatever.
Really? That often now?
Yeah, I'll do it like 11 p.m. to watch a movie because I work most of the day. Like I wake up at noon to 1.
No days off either.
I got no days off, and I work until like 11 p.m. and then I just basically watch something on TV with QD.
We are going to be in like episode 117 of the podcast, and he'll be like, "Yeah, so I mean, I'll heat it up in the spoon, right?" And it's like just before 11. It's
Can
like
you
just
take
to watch.
one before the next episode?
No, I would never work high. I would never stream high. I would never make a YouTube video high. I would never record a pod high.
I would love the.
You don't like
the
to cross
lovely
streams.
Maybe
gummy episode.
if our Patreon hits 1,000 members, we can do a gummy episode.
A gummy episode?
And I'll
Oh,
pop
man.
like
I'll do the-
50
You're
milligrams.
my
I'll
little
do
gummy
gummy
bear.
with you.
Oh,
it's just-
yeah, we'll do the high
it's
side.
teams.
The high side versus the sober side.
Yeah.
What is up? Welcome back to the yard, and thank you everyone who subscribed to our Patreon. Our Patreon members are flourishing.
Shit, I was gonna say sheesh, and then he did it.
That you cannot outdo that.
Is sheesh dead?
Yes.
Yeah, but I did a-
he's
But he's still
31.
doing it.
He's
Yeah.
31.
Yeah. Oh, you are 31.
So old.
Takes a little
Yeah.
longer.
He
to
could
age
say
out.
golly gee and sheesh, and both are just as old.
Or I could say it's lit, like Ludwig did 900
Ludwig
times
has
last
been-
episode.
Have been back
Ludwig
on
like
that.
just found it's lit.
What
it's
happened?
crazy.
Why?
I think it was from hanging out with people in real life. I'd be like, it's lit.
But no. That doesn't explain anything.
That's still years behind.
Yeah.
You can't just say
So,
you went and touched
to be
grass and
clear,
now you say
It's lit was what was used to describe parties in my second year of college, which was 4 years ago.
Okay, to be clear, the biggest streamers on Twitch say lit.
Who?
Nick Merckx.
Quote Nick Merckx 17 times now.
That's lit. I got one on me. 2 on me.
Do you understand
Just gonna go to
that
16.
Wait, are you sure he's not saying lit in the context of the game?
They are
As in,
damaged.
They're lit?
Lit means like they're damaged in Warzone.
Did you not know that? You
No
literally
way
play
you didn't know
Valorant and
that.
say that.
Yeah, he's lit.
No way.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
started saying frag out. 'Cause all my favorite streamers just like say that a lot.
Every time I leave, I just
Yeah, I
frag
was
out,
hanging out
guys.
with Pokemon last week. I said like, "Oh yeah, it's frag out," and she looked at me like kind of weird, but
Well, anyway,
That's just
it
putting
is
overtime in. Dude.
it is fucking lit. How many people sign up for the Patreon? Blew me
It's
away.
so many,
it blew me away.
if you are a Patreon subscriber and you
patron.
haven't,
Patron.
Please DM
Patron.
at Aiden Calvin on Twitter and let him
up
know
there.
how much you're excited to be a part of the
He will give you a
page.
you could
personal
actually
thank you
just
letter.
join the Discord. You could just join the
That's
Yard
true.
Discord
We are
instead.
very active in the Discord, sexually active even.
Well, no, we're not. To be clear, we're not sexually active in the
there's
Discord.
probably some
a lot of
You're
minors
not.
in the Discord.
Ludwig, you're a hey.
Don't shake his hand. No, that's
Yeah, I would
you
not
don't want to
shake.
shake his
Well,
hand there.
don't
I would
shake for
be
sexual
really
assault.
avoidant
I just
about
like
To be
shaking
clear,
his
if
hand.
That
adults
is
are
annoying.
watching
That's
with
going to
kids
be
that watch
Exhibit
nothing,
C 10 years from now.
he goes to jail.
Anyway, ton of the patrons
Arachne.
haven't joined the Discord, and it gets used like all day, every day. It's actually way more active than I ever expected.
Yeah,
so
we use it.
I love
specifically to pop
using
in there.
it.
Shut the fuck up. It's funny because I prefaced everybody. I was like, yeah, Ludwig's never going to be here ever, so I'm just letting you know.
It's funny because in the Patreon, everyone has their own zone, and I didn't know that existed. So what I do is every like day or two, I'll just at everyone, and I'll be like, "Good night,"
I actually like that.
and then that's it. That's my only interaction with them.
Anyway, in addition, we have me and Nick do a show where we do watch-alongs of Disney Channel movies. Aiden and Nick have an advice show. These are all Patreon exclusives, just giving you guys a bunch of extra shit. And Ludwig does nothing.
And this is where we should say, if you don't know, I said last episode if the Patreon would hit 1,000 members, that on this episode I would partake in the gummy.
That's
and a little
true.
bit of gummy time.
We would be
Gummy.
running mile high on this show. But we have 2 Sobermen, so you can split it right in half, sober side. And this side
cut
is,
uncut.
yeah, well, we also have
Sober.
uncut people.
The things we feel inside us are a basis for communication.
How many sessions of Mario Kart do you think you've played lifetime?
You have to be up there for
Like
for
over
all time.
100?
How many pre's?
Maybe a little over 100.
Okay.
Which
That
is
is fucking
a lot of
crazy.
Michelob.
You're keeping them in business.
Maybe.
Wow.
They deserve to sponsor us, but they actually probably don't want to endorse that much drinking.
No, they're fine with it. They should be. Well, again, you bring this to your mother and I, and one of our sons, one of our
Right.
beautiful bisexual sons, is out
Right.
doing acid in the park. Another one of our sons is ruining his life with Mario Kart.
And I'm starting to think we're partially responsible for their behavior.
I was going to bed some nights with extreme heartburn, and so I'd only play one pre a night. I would limit myself because I was just getting fucked.
Right,
Dude.
just one pre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one pre.
A night. It's because Ben would be like, I'm gonna fucking come wake you up in your room if you don't.
Do you guys ever, when you're at the dentist or like the hygienist and they're cleaning your teeth and they put their finger in your mouth, do you ever just like accidentally like lick it?
This is just a tweet.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is actually
This has just happened
It's better
before.
than tweets
I
and
ju-
TikTok.
Bold 3.
That strange, fantastic relationship between time, distance, and math.
So anyway, I sometimes take edibles, but I've never purchased them ever.
You're like a hot girl.
Yeah,
You
Cutie
piece of
had
shit.
some, and I had bummed hers, and I just ran out of the supply from that. And so I was like in the market, and I was like, I want some edibles. So
I decided to put on my big boy pants, and I went by myself to go buy them because Cutie was live. And I basically had told her like 3 days earlier, I was like, can you do this?
Just to clarify,
and she was
were
like,
the big
yeah.
boy pants
Mommy.
the American flag shorts? Were those
The big boy pants are the American flag shorts and Crocs.
Okay.
Mommy, can you go get the
Yeah, I
wig
told her,
gummies
sure.
for
I
me?
said, I want
She's like,
edible.
no, I'm working.
Mommy, I need
Aw.
the boof pack.
So I had to, not only did I have to get my own edibles, I had to buy my own toothbrush this week. Okay?
Oh,
No,
God.
you should have
I know.
stole it.
Your
I
life
know.
is so hard.
I did actually steal something while
You're
there.
great.
I
You
did.
stole?
I did.
About who he would be without Cutie.
What?
I know.
Without me? What the fuck?
Well, and you.
Like,
It's Adam?
Well, hold on.
how dare you?
Just to
You
clarify.
also glossed over the fact that he stole
Andrew.
something. He just said
I
that.
did steal something.
Wait, you stole the weed?
You don't
Allegedly.
listen. He never listens.
I own these bars, allegedly. I am scared to consume them because of, there are people who like, my mind has never been the same after mushrooms. And my mind is great right now. It works super well for everything I do.
Imagine Ludwig becomes more compassionate.
That'd be so tight.
I get like
No, it would
anxiety
ruin him. It
and
would ruin him.
compassion.
He'd be more
He'd be a
sensitive
worse
to
creator.
comments.
Yeah, but he already
bad.
has the money from YouTube.
Also, we
True.
allegedly took this in Italy.
Yeah, but it was like such a small amount.
Sure, but you could do the same thing.
Anyway, shroom episode at
yeah, however many.
At 20K,
They will haunt you. They will come for you.
Are you down?
15K. Shroom episode at 15?
Give me a number.
20 allegedly.
Give me a number.
15.
Hey, just like the first one got demonetized, so we're gotta be chill with
Video
that.
did well.
15. 15.
15? 15,000 patrons, and these guys will allegedly
If we
and
keep-
parody eat mushrooms
We'll parody
on
Eat
stream.
it.
Or sorry, and whatever.
If I can say something dumb, when I was downstairs and before you guys allegedly consumed magic mushrooms, I was looking at them in the Ziploc baggie that they were in, and I was like, "Damn, these are mushrooms."
Yeah, they're the food.
They look like
Call toll free.
Every day as you look up at the sun, you're looking 8¼ minutes into the past.
So I'm driving, and then I find out that even though it's very legal, not only federally, but definitely in the state of California, it's still very, very sketchy. Like there
So
was
wait, have shit on you?
just the dispensaries themselves.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like I went to this building, and it said there was a dispensary there on Google, and I was like, great. And I went upstairs, and it was like a smoke shop, and I was like, this might be it. And they're like, oh no, we're actually just actual smoking, like tobacco. The weed shop's downstairs. It's a blacked out door. And I walk in, and it's just a dude standing there. And there's another door, and I left. I was like, fuck that.
Really?
That's weird. Yeah. Because he turned, I just put it ajar, and he was standing like right in front of the door, like blocking me. Like if this was The Sims, I would not be able to enter the room. And so I just walked away, and I didn't go to that dispensary. I was like, fuck that place.
Wow.
Did you just go in?
No, I didn't go in.
What?
It made me uncomfortable. So I find another place because I am
love
not
this.
I am not of the aura of a man who smokes or should be around marijuana.
Do you guys have big doobie here?
Hi, I'm trying to smoke on the dead ops. Do you perhaps have something?
So I finally find a place that's open because at this point I've literally wasted an hour driving around trying to find places. One place was called like Alley Weed, and I was driving around trying to find it, and I called them and I was like, "Where are you guys?" And they're like, "We're in the alley." And I was like, "Okay, can I come there?" And they're like, "We close at 11." And I'm like, "It's 10:50." And I was like, "Yeah." And so I didn't go.
That's the weed 11.
So I have to drive even farther. I'm like 30 minutes away from home. I finally find a place on Google Maps, and it's like dispensary open until midnight. I'm like, perfect. I go in. It looks like Pueblos. It looks like I'm in favela in Modern Warfare 2. It's just like it's
go over the ladder stall.
It's like an apartment complex. It's an apartment complex, and you walk into it, and there's like a business, and it's like foot massage, and one's like it's like flower house, and then there's an unnamed door, and I'm like, is this it? And I hear, "Bleh," and I recognize that sound.
It's the
sound.
same guy from the other store.
No, it's the sound of them unlocking the door. So it's like an apartment. You can buzz people in.
Oh, yeah, it's a
They
buzzer.
buzz me in, but there's no sign. And there's like
They just
4
see
different
you.
places. They just saw me from a camera, and I was like, so I open it, and it's just like a room with a table and a sheet of paper and a pen. And I walk up to it,
It
and
says like draw like a cool animal, and I'll go see what we got.
And I hear, yo, and I look around. There's no one there. There's a small window, and a dude goes. His first words, "First time." And I'm like, yeah.
Let's get those shorts off.
And
Let's see what you got working for you.
And he's like, fill out the form. And I was like, I said, I want to buy weed.
Dude, it's like It's like Mystery Team where he's just like,
Oh,
he's like, you want an 8-ball? He's like, yeah, let's get 8 balls.
How much is that? It's like $400.
He says, well, you got to fill out the form. I'm like, okay. And I'm scared. I'm scared about this form. It's just like name, date of birth, number. And so I didn't want to put my name.
Yeah.
I put Aiden.
No way.
Come on.
I put Aiden. But halfway through putting his name, I became self-conscious that they would ask for my ID and cross-check it. So I put Aiden Ogren.
just in case you wanted both of you to die.
Yeah, and then I put my phone number, and I was like, I don't want them to have my number, but I also don't want them to read the number and then type it in and then text. So I write
What do you think they're gonna do? Like type, hey, I'm just gonna check real quick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you an emoji.
Yeah, literally, I thought they would do. I thought they'd send me like squirt gun emoji, skull face.
You're not ready to be high. You are like you.
No, I'm not. I'm so anxious. And so I write my number, but so terribly that 3 of the numbers were not discernible.
And then
on purpose?
Yeah, purposefully.
Put a couple letters in there too.
That's
and then that was the whole form, and I handed it to him, and then he buzzes me in again. There's a second door. This is like Sandy Cheeks' home. There was a waiting chamber before he could go into the actual place.
And then there was a puzzle. There was a troll I had to get past.
And all I'm thinking to myself is sales cannot be high.
Yeah.
This is too much curtain, too much friction. I go in. There's a woman, and she's like, "Hey, what do you want?" And again, I'm not much of a weed guy, so I'm like, "Hey, I want the eat weed." And she's like,
You don't know
yummy.
and she's like, okay. And then she pulls out like she has a trench coat of stuff. She's like, okay, this is indica, sativa. She pulls out, I'm not shitting you, a Cheetos bag, a Nerds rope, and fruit by the foot. The exact bagging, but it's THC. It's marijuana versions of them all.
You got hot Fitos. We got bird rope.
And she's like, what do you want? And I'm like, bro, I don't know.
It's like, marijuana? Or is any of that this?
I was like, I just want an edible. And she goes, uh-oh. And I'm like, what? She goes, she points to a board I read. I'm like, scanning. It's like Thursday.
You said the wrong word.
No, I read Thursday. Buy one, get one free. And I'm like, boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, fuck it. I don't know what either of these mean. I'll go with the sativa and the indica double dip.
Yes, sir.
And then she's like trying to sell me on shit.
Suicide the weed store.
She pulls out something. She's like, we've been working on this. You want this? I'm like, sure.
She's like giving you napkins. You can eat these.
And then she's like, you're a first-time customer, right? I'm like, yep. She goes, here you go. I'm like,
bro, they're hooking you up.
Yeah, they're like hooking me up. And I'm like, this is free, dope. Baby.
Yeah.
And then I go to
why people are going back.
Yeah, I go to pay. I put out my card. She's like, no, cash only. And I'm like, fuck.
They're laundering money.
And I look at her. I'm like, sorry, I don't have. And she goes, turn around. ATM's right there. And it was $60. I get this entire collection, and I leave, and it felt like I was transported to another world. And the weirdest part about this is, as I was exiting, it was like this 65-year-old Mexican woman who followed in. She went in as I was exiting, and I was like, this is the craziest clientele.
She put her hand out for a fist bump, and you totally iced her out.
You walk out, ma'am, what year is it? She's like, 1874. What do you mean?
And that was it. That was my, I successfully bought it, but I'm so not built for it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was so treacherous. God. I mean, it is legal, but any business is like, any business can be shady. And maybe shady is the wrong word. It just doesn't make you feel welcome like an Apple store would. Yeah. You need the Apple store for
I do.
weed.
I need a genius to be like explaining me what the difference between everything is.
Every weed shop I have ever seen in Seattle is more like an Apple store. It's super bougie.
Colorado as well. Colorado is like very advanced. Like it's kind of like Wakanda. Mm-hmm. It's like it's this hyper advanced like future state because it's been around for a couple more
what's
years.
Up, man?
Yeah.
I'm Frial. How can I get you high today?
You're joking, but it's kind of like that.
It's crazy.
It's kind of like that.
I know. It comes from a guy, right? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know. There it is. I know it hits his buttons, bro.
Now here's so before this episode started, we
The first time that I took mushrooms, I walked in circles around a city for an entire day.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my mode when I take these.
In Amsterdam?
Yeah, I did the same loop, and we came around for the 4th time, and I was like, and I looked at the friend I was with, I was like, dude, I think we're going in circles. That was, and that's, I'm just like, I'm very mellow the entire time.
But equally, if not more important, is that relationship between time and space.
This movie's kind of.
Is it hot and wild?
To get you
No.
crazy?
Is there, do any of the avatars squirt?
So all the avatars are bipedal and tall.
So they like both. That's
They like
cool.
both,
And
yeah.
they got
I mean, it's
and they
inclusive.
got boobs out. And they got very they got boobs out.
Huh?
They have boobs out.
Yeah, but conveniently the cloth never moves. Have you,
Is unobtainium still in the movie?
No.
No, mining is out. He
Mining's
thinks it's
out.
still about mining.
Yeah,
No.
we're not about mining.
We don't mine here
This is
anymore.
not
I was
mining
kidding.
operation.
We don't mine here
Joking,
anymore.
'cause
This is not.
I was just like,
Hey,
seeing if
Sully,
you guys
stick
knew.
together,
We
eh?
solid stick together, baby. It's the thing about us.
How
Anyway.
am I more left out than you right now?
Because I put myself out there.
I see. That makes sense.
Here's what they've switched to, and slight spoilers, which don't matter because the entire movie.
Promise you it doesn't
if the
matter.
original Avatar was like, this is I wrote this. I took notes while high, and I wrote them down.
I'm gonna write a paper.
It says cornbread 2.
My first thought, and I wrote this in the first 30 minutes. It was Avatar's just Rugrats all grown up, and they learn how to swim. And I think that's
P.S. Kimmy is there.
that's like most of my experience.
And Reptar's kind of in the movie.
Yeah.
Wow. Kind of.
Yeah, because the entire premise is that they had the Avatar people in the forest, and then there was bad guys coming again, and they said, let's just ditch the forest people and try to save ourselves.
Dare I say they want to learn the way of water.
So they went to the water zone, but then they just followed the people to the water zone, and so it's the same thing.
This is how I can best describe the movie. It is Blue Planet 3 if everything was made up and then there's just the shittiest subplot underlying it all. Like
Yeah.
this
Do they
this
have the characters from the old movie in it?
Yeah, so the
yes.
first 30 minutes, that's why I said all grown up, is they have these like prayer beads or anal beads, and then they count through them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, this is what happened over the past 15 years. And then it's just time lapse. So it's like,
Okay.
we had a kid, then we got married, and then we had another kid, and we had a lot of fun hanging out. And then it's like, boom, now you are in present day, and this is going to be the next week, which is the story they tell in the movie.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
great exercise in collegiate exposition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of tell, don't show.
Interesting.
Was it during COVID?
Which is crazy
Was
because
it
the movie was
Avatar COVID?
3
Did they have
hours
COVID?
long.
Were they wearing-
The movie's 3 hours.
Were they wearing masks? Was it an allegory for Democrats?
They
There
had
were
the-
masks.
That's why they're all
There
blue.
were-
There are masks.
There are masks.
No.
They're just
There are
different.
masks.
Are they the ones that keep us down?
That's what I'm saying.
There's
Yeah.
also these.
There are
in the
those.
movie.
They have the the ones that you do when you're young and you snap it on your wrist.
Yeah.
They had those, but they were really strong and effective.
But they were
Snap
real.
bracelets,
That's snap-
but for incarcerating
snap
people.
bracelets, but for colonialism.
What?
Yeah.
I think one time I got pulled over. I used to sell weed. I mentioned this a couple times on Ludwig's
Allegedly.
stream. Allegedly. I did allegedly used to sell weed. I did it in between when I like worked and went to community college, and then I like saved up money and went to real college. I'm sorry, 4-year college.
It's real college.
And-
I went to community college
I know,
too.
I know. It's actually way cheaper. It's definitely the strat. Anyway, so I would sell weed, and I was allegedly, and I was kind of like, I had this system where I had a board in my room as a whiteboard, and it was called the scoundrel board. Basically, I would front you a bag for up to a week and say you can pay me back in a week. And if you don't, and if you skip the date or you do not get a hold of me, I will write your name on the scoundrel board, and I will tell everyone in town, because we live in a small town, that you do not fucking pay back, and I will tell all the other guys that sell weed. And it was a very good system.
That's a
And
great
I was
system.
also a good pot dealer allegedly because I would deliver.
Yeah.
And this is way before legalization.
DiGiorno.
This is way before like decriminalization. If I got caught with like 2 bags, I would be in big trouble. Because like you get caught with 1, it's like whatever. You get caught with 2, it's like
If you get caught with too much, it's
They're like, that's
distributing.
too.
Well,
that's
well,
too is bad.
well, there's an amount-
We gotta get you.
Yeah, there's an amount that's personal use, and if you have more than that, then it's intent to distribute, and then you get. A
However,
felony
also
for
if you have like a
misdemeanor.
bunch, you're like a couple bags. It's like it's obviously they can make a case for that. Anyway, I'm driving to community college because I have class, and I'm driving and I get fucking pulled over, and there's a big old stinky shit ton of weed in my glove box.
Yeah.
Now I keep it in a jar because it's pretty airtight, but sometimes sometimes it's too dank, brother.
Yeah, sometimes the weed smell.
I also haven't smoked in like solo. I hate weed culture too, but by the Rasta belt from Zoomies, that's still cool. And so I get pulled over, and this cop, approaches the door, and she's like, how fast you were going, blah blah. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, and it's in there, and I'm like, I know it smells like weed, and I'm like, fuck, and she immediately is like, do you know it smells like marijuana in your car? And I was like, oh yeah, my friends, like they all smoke in here, and I don't smoke at all.
I don't like that.
I don't. And she's like, okay. She like gets my license. She walks back. She comes back, and she's like, so it is. I'm going to have to search a car. I smell weed. I have probable cause. And I'm like, look, I'm late for class right now. I have my books in the passenger seat, like right there. I'm like, I'm late for class. Like I'm just trying to get to the class. I promise. Like you could drug test me right now. I could pee in a cup right now, and I would not show up. It's my friends. I promise you. And she's kind of just like sitting there, and she's just fucking like the slot machine's just running in her mind, and she's like, okay, drive safe, okay? And then left.
Wow.
And I got away with it.
Do you want to hear the opposite version of that story?
Yes.
I had a friend growing up, and a lot of people, when they smoke or take weed in any fashion, they get really anxious.
They make Kid Cudi albums.
And also make Kid Cudi albums. He got high, and then he was driving home, and then he got super anxious, had a panic attack. First time he ever had it. If you never had a panic attack, it feels like you're dying. He called the cops because he thought he was going to die.
He self-snitched.
And he self-snitched. They got him in trouble.
Yeah.
It was a DWI, driving while intoxicated.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
For calling the cops on himself. He was like a 16, 17-year-old. He had no fucking clue, you know?
It's like 911, what's your emergency? Hey, how are you? I'm really fucking high.
Give me the fucking, what's the Yelp? How many stars out of 5?
Ooh. Okay, so here's the thing.
Not the Rotten Tomatoes or the Yelp.
Give me the Yelp.
If Avatar was a restaurant,
if I'm hungers,
how good is the restaurant?
I didn't get the Aiden or the experience of the other guys because we had the 4D seats that are supposed to move, which apparently were violently aggressive. And I never turned mine on because I just thought it was broken and I just accepted it.
Honestly,
how much was your movie ticket?
HR paid for it.
Okay.
So I don't believe that.
He lost a lot of.
I love the idea of him paying for your
head-to-heads.
expensive ticket and then you not using the features.
Yeah, I would do that out of pettiness.
I've made HR give me like $2,000 this past weekend.
You calling in bets?
We did a $1,000 bet on Hungry Box versus J Mook and I won, and then we did.
Why would he do that?
Best of one Foxido for dinner, and that was $500, and I won. And then he paid for the movie tickets, which I think was probably like $300.
I love bleeding that fucking squealing pig for every last drop he has.
You know
what I'm saying? And you feel that way,
no, because I was excited. This is the fucking thing you do. I was excited about winning a little money against my friend.
You're
and then
wringing
you
him
made
out
it weird.
like a rag.
I don't like it anymore. Now I want to
drinking what
give
drips
him
out.
money back.
I
want to give it back. I'm not doing that.
And the drops are falling on your tongue.
They're not.
And they're sweet.
And you're not squeegeing the windows either. You're
What?
leaving it all on there.
Leave it on the windows.
Why do you think Atriarch would be sweet?
So it cakes.
Yeah, because it's a little sweet, but it's a little sour too.
Why is he sweet? It's
Then he's
blood.
gone.
And then he's gone forever.
Tangy.
And I want to squeeze more out of him. I want to squeeze him till he's gone.
Okay. Wow. Aiden. Whoa.
So
What did you think in the chair?
the chair made the movie. I thought it made it better. I enjoyed the movie more because of it.
I thought for
That's
you
because it hit
guys.
your little G spot.
Yeah.
I was-
You were coming your little head off.
Coming your head off, dude.
You squirted like a
there is
Sibian.
there's like
you
a
got little
vibrate
switch.
level.
You can click this. There's a Sibian button.
You were going,
I was finding my way of water.
I was jealous after. I was so mad that my seat didn't work and I didn't realize it.
yeah. So you didn't get the Atriarch's coming out. He's like, man, I was coming.
Atriarch, you were not coming.
You were not coming, Atriarch. I saw you. I've seen you come.
Oh, I was
you
coming.
were not coming. Oh, I was coming. Woo. Nick Allen's like, yeah, I was coming a little bit too.
Yeah, I come. I've never tried Nick. I got to think about
You
him.
guys are funny. I was
It's because
coming a
I'm
little bit.
old. You guys saying this stuff. You saying it because I'm old.
Just because I'm old, that doesn't mean I can't come in my seat.
He goes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was coming too. I was projecting. I was like, it was probably shit anyway. You guys were moving too much.
Yeah, it wasn't even cool.
It's basically
that.
like a shitty Soarin' ride from Disney, but who gives a shit?
It was cool, man.
What was your rating?
The movie?
Yeah.
I maybe like 2.5 star. 5 out of
Same
10.
as American Ultra.
Wow,
This
so they're the
movie
same.
was worse.
Your
Wow.
rating
But you
system's
hate
weird.
American Ultra.
But your rating system's weird
I
because you
thought
said the
about
same.
this recently. And I think it's because my star system is not in line with what the numbers actually are.
It's
you know
kinda
how
like- yeah.
3 stars doesn't feel like a 6 out of 10, and I thought about that a lot recently, and I need to rescale, like because
As a society, we need to come together and say when we call something a 5 out of 10, it actually means like middle, not terrible.
I think
Yeah.
movies should be graded on a scale of 0 to 100.
Who asked?
that
Agree
That is
with
great.
that now. I was agreeing with you, but that's also
this-
a good
I
point.
like saying.
I'm
Like
feeling
him.
a lot.
I
I'm
like
feeling
him
a lot
now.
right
He's
now.
furthest
I'd
away
like if
from
we
me,
could
and I
center
like him
on
still.
one.
Center on what?
We pick either you or me, whoever side we're choosing. 'Cause I feel confused.
I do
He's the
0 to
famous
10,
guy.
and then I add a decimal, so it's similar.
Okay.
I'll do like 8.3.
Yeah, that makes
which is
sense.
a 100 scale.
That is 83%.
I think
But I am with you in that 1 through 5 is just shit.
Oh, Rotten Tomatoes.
people really like it. I think the cool thing about the
94
movie.
audience on Rotten Tomatoes, 78. for
Oh,
critics.
if we use tomatoes to measure, it's less. But popcorn is more.
Popcorn. Did acid fix you at all?
No, not at all.
Did you experience
Does it fix
ego
anything?
death?
He went back to brown hair.
Didn't have
Aimen.
ego death.
Do you want to go to do you want to go to
Please.
Disneyland and do ecstasy?
You guys gotta stop doing
No,
hard drugs,
I don't
bro.
wanna do-
You thought about
You're
it.
gonna get-
I'll put it on the calendar.
No,
I'll plan it 2 months in advance. I'll do all the reading.
Anyway, if you die of a fentanyl overdose, they are going to clip this.
They don't put
and-
fentanyl in ecstasy,
They might as well.
but they don't.
I don't know shit about anything these days.
I know a guy. I'll calendar.
You
it.
know a guy, a fentanyl guy,
No, fucking ecstasy, you asshole.
bro.
I'll get shake too.
I knew you were talking
What
about
if Shake
Xi
goes?
Jinping, bro.
What if Shake goes?
If Shake no.
Shake shouldn't be doing hard drugs. No, you guys should be doing hard drugs. We give you everything. Your
Yeah,
mother,
well,
they
they
gave
gave
us
us
everything.
everything. Acid
They
is so
gave us
different.
everything.
Why is
Okay,
it
your
down
mom
to
in
this?
this just
Look.
saying.
your mother and I give you everything.
You just said that he hits you mish
don't you wanna
as
hang out
in you were
anymore?
his mother.
Well, you're his mother too. We're his two
Where are
gay
you-
moms.
Okay, we're gay moms. That's fair.
Listen, kids.
I just want to hang out with Aiden again.
I'm a good.
Listen,
I'm a good lad. I
me
think-
and your mom are trying to scissor
Who cares?
in the other room, and you
Who
guys
cares
are on
what mom and dad
drugs.
want? Who cares? It's about your brother now. Your brother wants to do drugs with you, and it's fuck mom and dad.
Mom and mom.
It's mom and
Who
mom.
cares?
It's Dawson.
Like, you know what? That's good. We do live in a time where it shouldn't be a thing we focus on.
It should be a big deal.
But that is how
Me
we
and your
sexually
mother,
express
me and your mother
ourselves. with
scissoring
each
in the
other.
lawn
I'll get
shouldn't
cousin
have anything
Shake
to do.
and cousin Yan to hang out too.
I don't know if I want to do
Burger
drugs.
cousin Yam?
Ever since I stopped playing Valorant with you, you didn't want to hang out anymore.
Real?
Was that all I was
That's
good
not
for?
true.
Is that real, young man? Answer your brother.
It's not true. I want to hang out. I do want to hang out.
But you don't hang
We
out.
can
You
hang
say
out
you want
sober.
to.
The personal feelings of one man about his own world have been the basis for countless artistic statements.
No, that's Sherlock. It's Sherlock.
This has happened in a lot of movies where you get shot not in a
He
not
gets shot right here. He gets shot right here, and I think it's Sherlock. And he's like, "There were no vital organs in that spot. That's why I was able
Okay,
to survive
maybe,
the
but
bullet
what I'm
wound."
saying is, and I wish you guys were cultured, except Aiden, he's looking very cultured right now, is that when Bruce Willis is like,
Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared.
You want to sniff of that?
Everybody,
hit that
Hit
shit.
that shit, bro. Don't be weird.
take
Don't
a
be weird.
whiff,
Hit it, bro.
dude, or I'm gonna beat you up in front of your friends.
Yeah, you like that?
To find himself and his place in the universe, man turns to nature.
My mom called me a couple days ago and was she was asking me a couple of things like what they mean. We talk about terms in the show. My parents don't really know what they mean. And she
What's jankum?
and she was like, what's Rule 34?
Ask her what goatsy
Oh
means.
shit.
Ask-
She asked me like, what's
Rule
Rule 34
34
mean? What's that mean? And I was like, okay, so
Did you get her? Did you boom her?
I just explained it to her very honestly, and she was like, so what's this about Zipper 2 drawing like Sonic porn? and I started laughing my ass off, and you know, me and my mom are really close, so I'm just like, so I explain what Rule 34 is, and I also explain like what this is, and she like takes a moment and she goes, I'm so proud of her.
Wow.
And you know, for context, Zipper 2 is like normally, especially around family, my family, like very nice and like not,
Yeah.
you know, no friction, no weird topics, just like very sweet all the time. So my mom was just like, I want to see it. I'm so proud. And I had to like, I
Did
was
you
like,
show it to her?
I was like,
So
this is
funny.
crazy because My girlfriend is drawing porn of Sonic that my mom wants to look at.
Yeah, she's like, not only did she hear that this happened, she's like, well, show me the goods.
It's like she's in 2nd grade and she's drawing for the first time. My mom's like, I want to put it on the fridge.
This is a plot. This is a plot of another sexual B internet comic that some people like dream about.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like it is. Oh yeah, here's my significant other, and then it's like she draws Sonic porn. It's like,
and
really?
It's like the dad.
like
The dad walks in. Are you winning, son? It's like my girlfriend just drew Sonic porn, and he's like, I love that. Let's show the family. It's like one of the wholesome ones.
Yeah, and then they all fuck. You're at the
Well,
precipice of this climax.
Yeah.
Wow.
Both
Everyone's
literally and
involved.
narratively.
That's so great for you.
Ah, man, love that.
Did you show it to her?
Some timeless and universal in their meaning. Others momentary and vague.
Maybe that's what they're going for. So because we are sponsored by them, we can get free HelloFresh.
Free HelloFresh?
You guys can't, but we can. And so I finally pulled the trigger on it, and I've got it sent to my house, and I'm going to put Josh in a big giant prison ball and chain, and I'm going to make him cook for 12 days straight.
Yeah.
All the HelloFresh meals. And then I'm going to eat them all in front of him.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you order HelloFresh with our code right now, one of you will win Josh for 12 days as well.
Yeah.
Once Josh has proven himself in Anthony's kitchen, he will be shipped to one of you lucky code users.
That's 100%. I will drill holes in a big wooden box, but not too many. Because I want him to kind of freak out a little bit.
It's gonna be a little hard to breathe in there, but he'll be able to.
He'll be able to.
Yeah.
He will make the trip.
He won't want to breathe heavy while he's in the box.
But he'll be panicking.
Yeah.
So he'll be kind of trying to like...
It's a test of his resolve. It's a test of his resolve. And for the rest of you, there's pre-portioned ingredients to plan out the meals. That's the beauty of HelloFresh. You don't have to measure anything out. It's all there for you.
It's
and
fresh
for the one.
So do you think it's good?